Alright fighters, how we doing? So today we're going to look at a weight cutting diet that you can have on the week of the fight when you're on a day before weighing. So this is applicable to basically any form of combat sports athlete, whether you're a boxer, you're a Muay Thai fighter, you're an MMA fighter, you're a bare knuckle fighter, you're a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete. This is going to be applicable to you if you're on a day before weighing. Now when we're doing a weight cutting diet on the week of the fight, basically what we've got to do is we've got to understand that we're trying to manipulate your total body water and not losing body fat. Because what I see a lot of fighters doing is they think that on the week of the fight it's about reducing your calories and essentially eating less food, which to an extent you do need to eat less food, but it's about eating the right types of food in the right proportions so we can actually manipulate your body water and not burn calories and lose body fat, because there's just nowhere near enough time to lose body fat on fight week. So what we're going to do is we're going to bear a couple of things in mind before we actually get into the main content and the main part of the diet that I'm going to explain in this video. So what you want to do is you want to follow what we call a low volume diet or a low residue diet. So in order to do that, what we have to do is on the week of the fight at the start, we've got to make some manipulations to your diet. We've got to lower your fibre intake to get rid of any undigested food or water retention which is being pulled into the gastrointestinal system. So we're going to do 10 grams of fibre a day maximum. What we've also got to do is we've got to further reduce your carbohydrate intake. Again, carbohydrates is stored in the muscles and the liver as glycogen attached to water. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower that to around 50 to 80 grams. Again, that's going to depend on how much weight you've got to cut. So the less weight you've got, the more carbs, and the more weight, the less carbs. It's as simple as that. What you're also going to do is you're going to lower the total weight and volume of your food. Think about it in this sense. Every gram you eat is going to equal a gram added onto the scale, okay? Now the last rule that I'm going to get you to do and get you to follow, well actually there's two more. You're going to lower your sodium intake around 2 days before the weigh to 500 to 1,000 milligrams. This is considered very low sodium / salt diet. So you're going to do that. And then the last final tip that you're going to do is you're actually going to space your meals out across the day. That's going to give your body enough time to digest and process the food that you're eating, meaning that you're going to be more likely to weigh less the next day and in between your meals, so you're not going to panic basically every time you look at the scales and looking at your weight increasing, okay? So what we're going to do is this is the actual template diet we're going to follow. Now I've got it actually written down here. So first meal you're going to have at 7:30 a.m. You're going to have 4 fried eggs and you're going to cook them fried eggs in 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and then you're going to have a little bit of oregano and about a teaspoon. Again, there's not going to be much sodium in that, so it's absolutely fine if you want to give it some taste. Then the next meal you're going to have is going to be at 11:30 a.m. You're going to have 150 grams of chicken thighs with 80 grams of spinach, and you're going to cook that in 2 tablespoons of olive oil and a little bit of unsalted butter, around a tablespoon of the unsalted butter. Then you're going to have a snack in the afternoon at around 3 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. It's completely up to you which one of them times you're going to go for. And you're going to go for 200 grams of mango ice cream. You can also go for chocolate, you can go for raspberry real, you can go for salted caramel. Basically, any flavour, don't matter. It's the weight that matters. So it's going to be 200 grams because it's not really going to weigh much. It's going to digest really fast, okay? That's actually going to keep the carbs up during the day as well. And then the last meal you're going to have is around 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. You're going to have 200 grams of lamb leg steaks. You're going to cook that in 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You're going to season it with some dried rosemary, and you're going to have 4 sprigs of asparagus with it, okay? Now, that's the diet you're going to follow on the week of the fight for around 4 days to make weight alongside your dehydration, your sweating methods, which you'll do to actually cut the weight. Now listen, what I want you to do, fighters, is I want you to watch this video, I want you to save this video, and I want you to actually apply this diet and try it for one of your next fights, one of your weight, because I can guarantee you're going to make weight much easier because you've made the change to your diet, which means you won't have to do as much in regards to dehydrating and sweating. Now listen guys, as I said, take the information away and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more. Thank you very much.